Okay, so yeah, my screen at the moment won't be showing. I never really show myself online in general. I just don't. I'm a kind of a private person. Just am that way. You know, some people are like that. I'm not really like an introvert in terms of I don't really socialize or anything. I socialize a lot with people. I'm a very friendly person, bubbly person as well. I like to joke a lot, just in my nature. But in terms of just being private, in terms of social media and everything, I like to just keep myself to myself, you know, like that. I just feel like if you don't put yourself in situations where you don't need to be, then bad things can't happen to you. That's just the truth. And I've had an experience of that in life myself, where I shouldn't have been, where I was at where I didn't need to be. And something bad did actually happen to me at the time. So yeah, that's why I know a lot of people are probably like, why does Big John never show himself? And you know, why is it just this cartoon face? That's why I'm a very private person. I just prefer to be that way personally. So on that note, just bringing in a little bit of an introduction to myself. I will go into some charts and things like that if I need to, if someone asks me a question. The only thing is, of course, I've got, because this is an impromptu Zoom meeting, I might just remove my screen share, make sure I have a chart that I need to have up and then put it back up. I'm sure everyone can appreciate that. You know, I'm trying to help out the best way I can. So if they do ask a question, I might be like, okay, 1 second, just give me a second, and then I'll organize myself and then I'll put the screen share back on, of course, to answer the question. So first and foremost, we'll start it with this. Does anybody have any questions for me? And if you have a microphone, you can let me know. I will unmute you and you can speak to me, or you can put it in the chat box. So let's start with that. Any questions for me? Hold on a second. Yeah, any questions for me? Would we be able to enter gold next week? Yeah, so I'm gonna start off with the gold question. That's a good one to start with. As you can see, gold has gone up to its equal highs. Let me even get that chart up whilst we go into that question. Just bear with me a second, people. Yeah. And of course, there might be a few questions also. You just have to bear with me while I go through each question. I do appreciate everybody being here and taking the time out to be here. Just be, you know, just be patient. Don't rush Forex even when it comes to learning. So let me get my screen share up a second. Where is that? Give me a second. Open share. Oh, there we go. Okay, so you should be able to see my screen now. Can people see my screen? Just a quick yes. Not too many yeses, just one yes. We're good. You can see my screen. Yep. All right, cool. That's fine. Not too many, so I can still see the questions. That's fine. All right. Yeah. So as you can see here, we can see that exactly what I told you. Gold has gone towards the zones that I was expecting. So the zones I was expecting on gold was here. You can see there's a clear level of resistance here. 1, 2, 3. I'm on a daily time frame, by the way. Don't worry about the broker. Some it matters because the price action might be different, but then others it doesn't. So on a daily time frame, I'm always looking at any pair that I'm trading from a higher time frame. People will think that just because they've seen a lot of people I get in here is from my first video of the scalping of gold. And that's not even me that's scalping that gold at the time. It's a strategy I gave out to one of my older students that I used to have back in the day. So, and that lady was actually at work. She's an American student, and she was able to at work make an account go from X amount of money to X amount of money. So I found it fascinating that she was able to do that. I do explain that in the video, but a lot of people just come to the video straight away. They expect that I'm going to show them this and do all of this type of stuff, and they don't even watch the end of the video. And there's positives. There's so much more positives on that video than there is negative. But you get some people just looking at it and they just jump in. They're just excited to trade. So let's take a step back and you'll see what I'm explaining to you here. Take a step back, take a breather, and let's understand what the market's actually doing here. So we can see here that on this chart, so before there was anything here whatsoever, I've got to a period where I can see that there was a resistance area here. There's a resistance area here. There's a resistance area here. Yeah. Another thing is that in my mentorship weekly, the Sunday Zooms that I do with the students, I've been explaining to them for time now, and this is all recorded. It's all on my YouTube. They're all private videos. It's recorded. And I've said, I am not touching gold till it either goes down to this level for a buy, or it gets back up to here, most likely breaks this level, and then I'm looking at some type of sell from this level here. So I already had this bias for like almost 2 months now on gold, since gold was like here around this level before it's done all of this. Yeah. So that's first and foremost. But my main reasons why I'm looking at it like this is because I can see there's a resistance here that price had tapped 1, 2, and 3. So once I saw price started going back into an uptrend here, as we can see, there was a lower low here, and then it created a lower high. Yeah. I said, okay, it looks like price is going to an uptrend. So it might go to this level again and have a resistance. That's why I drew this one. But I said, knowing gold, I'm not silly. I've traded gold a few times, and even currency pairs do this as well. I said, when gold goes to one of these levels again, it can just reject off these levels. And those are the harder ones to catch, because you're like, should we sell gold now or not? Everybody gets asking me questions like that. And it's hard to know that. You have to either be in a position where you put one small entry here, another small entry here, or another small entry here, or you just wait to see what happens. So you can see some type of candlestick rejection. Example of that is here. You can see a doji candle right here. This is a daily chart. So if you've seen a doji candle on a daily chart, that's a reversal candle. Remember, this is recorded, so anybody that's not aware of any of the terminologies I use or anything like that, they will be able to watch this and look back at it and see whatever they want. Like I said, I'm just trying to clue some people up on a Friday. So if you can stay here, please do. This will help you greatly. And several times I'm going to go into the Discord to try and get more people in here. Yeah. So this is a doji candle, sorry, on the daily time frame. So once you've seen the close of that day, then you could say, okay, I'm possibly going to get in on this day to look for a sell, which you can see it sold here. Then it came back up. It never gave you a doji this time, but it did give you a whole day's rejection candle here off of this level. So you might say, I'm going to get back in here again. Yeah. On this time it came here, you even saw the same thing happen here. Yeah. So that's if you're going to be the more patient trader in terms of an entry. On this time here, you can see that the candlestick patterns never closed bearish. Notice what they did on this day. This was the day where I was telling everyone they're most likely going to break this high. All of this was there, all documented, yeah, for people to be able to see. I said they're most likely going to break this high, but we are seeing, you can see the candle went down a little bit because there was a wick here. Yeah. I said, it could be selling, but remember, it's not the close of the day. It's not the close of the day. So it's not giving us anything that any of these 3 other rejections possibly gave us. Yep. And within that day, I told everybody to watch out for the New York session, see what it does. That's all in the general chat in the Discord, not in no paid services. This is all free information I gave out for everybody to be able to understand. And then what did they do on that day? Boom, they broke the high. And I was like, okay, like we possibly saw that coming, and definitely. So when they did break that, that was cool. We had to wait, we had to chill. We saw that in that whole day, it got up to this level here. Several people started DMing me saying, can I sell gold now? Can I sell gold now? I was like, you possibly can, but at the same time, it's better for you to wait most of the time to see what it does. What does the day close like, bearish or bullish? Yeah. And we can see here that it left the liquidity. This is when I went to go and tell everybody that this wick left here is liquidity. When price leaves wicks, liquidity wicks, price goes to chase these wicks. It does it. The bigger the time frame, the more chance price has to go and chase that wick if it's right beside it. But it can take time. What do you mean, Jonathan, it can take time? Well, we can see here, there's a huge liquidity spike here. And this is my reason to why I believe gold is going to sell. Because when they leave liquidity, if anyone that doesn't know about liquidity zones, yeah, it's when the market has to go and grab price. It needs to go back towards this area at some point. It needs to, because if not, it's somebody's getting fired. If you see these, you're like, ooh, somebody's getting fired today. Somebody's getting fired, because they can't do this. This is money. It's slippage. They need to go collect this money. So they'll make an aggressive move to just finish everybody's account, blow everybody's account sideways to go and catch this trade, because everybody that's going long doesn't realize at some point it's going to do a flip zone and go back down towards this level here. Yeah. So I know it's a very simple question they asked me, can we sell gold next week? But you need to know more of this stuff. And you can see why I'm doing a Zoom, because when someone DMs me, I can't explain this in a DM. Like, I just can't. This is why I have mentorship. I can't. And anyone that's a student is aware of that. I just can't. It's not possible for me to just direct message, type all this type of stuff sometimes. It's a lot of information, and I get it. So anyway, now, we can see that price has gone to this level here. My reason for why I believe it could have sold off at this level here is because we can clearly see the market got up to this level. And when it got up to this level, it broke out from this level here before. So this level must be some type of resistance zone. If not, it will be the highest high up here. So I said that there's a chance that gold can sell from here because we clearly know gold has bought up quite a lot. So it doesn't mean gold can't go to this level here, but now you have an interest to say, if I am going to do something soon, I'm better off trying to do something from this area here. We can see that gold now in this daily time frame from that ridiculous buy it did back up with the Michigan news, it's left another liquidity. So what did it do here? It bought up for this liquidity. So if we start seeing gold having a resistance here and not covering this liquidity yet, then what is it most likely going to do? At some point, it's going to just nosedive, cover this liquidity. When you start seeing it selling on a 15, 5-minute chart, oh, gold is dumping, gold is dumping. It's just covering the liquidity zone because it needs to go cover the slippage. It's that simple. So from when gold closes here, I've still got my order in here. I've still got it. I'll just hold it. If it obviously blows this order out of the water, then I'm looking at an order from this area. And this area is more than likely going to sell price because why it got here before. So if it does go to this area, I'm expecting some spike ups first. You know, they don't like to make it too easy all the time. But if not, you just got to kind of, I tell my traders in the VIP, I position trade. I don't look at entry and try and get in and get out on gold. I just don't do that anymore. If it goes to this area here, I'm in. I'll hold it. I'll take my partial profits. I'll put a break even. If it stops me out, it stops me out. If I'm wrong, it hits my stop loss. So be it. That's cool. But what I don't do is, you can see from the account, I won't over leverage my trade. I'm not going to enter this trade on a 0.50 and hope for it to go all the way down to this level here. I'm just not going to do that because one, it will just blow my account sideways. I try to be patient. If I see the trend is clearly established, then yes, I might start adding more orders, etc., etc. But I will not do that. So right now, I would be in gold from here holding because I can only see it hanging around here, probably try and break up a little to break people out. If not, Monday, this thing could just boom, drop. I've seen it do it. Asian session, drop 200 pips, can do it. But where I'm looking at target zones, so we can go into that now so we don't linger too long on one question, is any of the liquidity zones I'm seeing here on the daily time frame. If I'm seeing one here, I'm expecting price to possibly go there. It doesn't have to do it straight away, but there's a bigger chance it can do. And all of this information I'm saying here is not because I'm like, you know what, it's just time to give out all of this information to the people. I'm giving this all away on YouTube for free. It's there. It's there. When I'm doing my old analysis of the currency pairs, it's all there. I'm showing people, look, this is what price is doing. You know, I'm not trying to hide things from people. I'm not trying to put things in paid services for people. So I'm like, I know it. You can't know it unless you give me something. I give out very good information for free on YouTube, but it's about people just taking the time out to put it together for themselves. So we can see here, we're expecting price to go either to this level, to around these areas here, and it would be nice for it to go down to here. Yeah. But realistically, at some point, which I feel like, I don't know if they're going to hold it to next NFP now, I'm expecting them to go down to here because this is a lot of liquidity. I can't imagine them just leaving this. This is going up to a monthly time frame, massive wick now. So there's a reason why they did this. It's either they know what's going to happen in the future, or in terms of course, they know news events, they've got to discuss something, etc. Or they're just waiting to see how many long traders they can get in the market and boom, take all their money, 3-4 aggressive pushes to the low, boom, take everybody out and go lower than that. And I expect them to probably go lower than that this time because once they rejected, boom, twice they rejected, all the way up. 3 times, what happened here? Remember the pattern. It's all a repetitive pattern, but doesn't happen every single second. What happened here? 1, 2, 3. And then they broke it this time. So 1, 2, 3. This time they might break it. You get it? So that was a very simple, basic question. There was a lot of Forex knowledge I just gave away in that question. So I hope that helped some people in terms of the answer of what gold could be doing. And like I said, if you want to learn how to trade gold better, join that mentorship, because this is how I can break it down to you in the Sunday Zooms. This is why I say it. The Sunday Zooms alone, I'm always going to say that, is just worth what the mentorship is, because you're getting this with 28 pairs. That's what I keep saying. So now let's go to some more questions, so we're not staying on one question. Yeah. What time frame would you be looking at? Let me just go after the gold question, please, so I didn't ignore anybody. I want to make sure I answer everybody's question. I'm here for you today on Friday. If you have any friends or family you want to get them in this, I would get them in this now if they're interested in Forex. Like, if you've got any other groups that people are coming from, get them in it now. Obviously, don't take, you know, the mick, as we say in the UK. If it's someone's actual group they're doing mentorship and everything in, do not send a link in there. But if it's just like an open random group that people are in, obviously you can put the link in there, get some people in here. So if they want to learn, it's time to learn. We can go out and party, or we can try and make some money for 2022. That's what I would say. So now, what have we got? Boom, that's gold. What's the pairs you do focus on this week? Pairs did you focus on this week? I focused on only the pairs that I was giving out. You can see here that for me, this is what I do. Of course, I'm not going to go into all these pairs because it wouldn't be fair for the students for me to be breaking this down, because obviously they're in a paid service. But I'll just explain to you in terms of the tabs I have here. I go through all of these pairs you can see on the right-hand side, and they're all aware of it. The students, they can all vouch for me. I'll go through them individually in a Zoom on the Sunday session. Yeah. And then I'll break them down. I color code any of my pairs. Yeah. Which is fair. So I would say like AUD USD, anything that's purple here is something I'm looking for it to do some type of move. Yeah. Anything that's blue for me is like, you better be looking at this move now because it's pretty much geared up and it's ready. Yeah. Anything that's red for me is basically this move's already in transition and it's already going, obviously red for sell, green for buys, basically. So you can see even here, clear as day, GBP AUD is green. Why is it green? Because when you go over to here and you go over to here, pip count, you can see straight away that this was one of the trades that was taken. You see? So I'm very transparent. I'm not, somebody that's not trying to be transparent. You can see it straight away. So these are the pairs I'm looking at. I'll break them down and I'll look at them and I'll be looking for entry. And Neo will get you entry in a lot of these trades. It doesn't work for gold or indices, but any majors or minors, Neo can get you entries into these pairs. Okay. So let's go into chat. So yeah, and that's 100. Now, I'm going to already say this for indices, yeah, because everybody gets very big bellied when it comes to indices. And that's fair for me to say, everybody gets big bellied. Stop scalping indices. Stop scalping it. Like, this thing is a recorded Zoom for everyone to see. Stop scalping it. If you have not made 10,000 like proper money from indices, not in 5 seconds, stop scalping indices. Like, just stop it. Stop it. Stop. Like, why are you doing it to yourself? There is no need. Like, you got to understand, this market is playing on people's greed. This is why 90% of people fail, because I understand it. I get it. Like, a lot of people are not in the top echelon of rich people in this world. And we got to understand that. All of us as traders, we got to understand that. We are not these candlesticks. Don't let the candlesticks define us here. And that's what they're trying to do. Stop scalping it. So I will go into the indices because this is something I did put on YouTube. Just give me a second. I'll go into that. I just want to see if there was any other questions before I go into that question. What time frame? Okay. Yes, you can. Depends on that way you can want to enter it. Yeah. Okay. Cool. What time frame? Looking for rejections. I look at all of my rejections and stuff like that on daily time frames, weekly time frames, monthly time frames. I go between those three: daily, weekly, monthly. I don't look at my rejections anymore. I stopped doing that for a while now on anything lower. I just don't bother. I'm a patient trader, and you start to get like that after. Once you stop scalping, just stop scalping. Stop scalping for a second. No one said you can't scalp, but just stop scalping for a second. Yeah. Go to your higher time frames. Like, I'm saying it adamantly because you will save yourself a long time. And I didn't do that at first. I was Mr. Scalp, I'm going to scalp my way to freedom. No one said you can't do that, but you need to start on the higher time frames and find your positions there and scalp lower if you need to. Yep. So daily, weekly, monthly, that's what I use. Yeah. Cool. All right. Next one. So can you, all right. So I'm going to go into NAS 100 now. Now this one's fine because this one chart is here. So you can see straight away. Yeah. On NAS 100. This is, I haven't changed this whole strategy for my YouTube video. It's on my YouTube channel. So we go here. Right here. This video right here on YouTube. Day trading US30, but I go over a few of the indices in there. Yeah. And why I'm going into that, yeah, is because I'm trying to explain to people, yeah, that if you stop scalping these indices, yeah, you're going to be in such a better position. And why I say that, because you're going to make money. When you go into the monthly time frame, yeah, come on, people. I'm going to say one thing to you. Are you going to sell this? Like, can anybody answer that question? Is it in your best interest to sell this? This is the monthly time frame I'm looking at right now. Anybody answer that question? I just asked her. Exactly. So why are you doing this to yourself? You see what this is? Anybody that's trying to sell this, yeah, it's just playing on your greed. Because the problem, and this is why I'm doing this Zoom, like I'll do this Zoom, like maybe I'll try and do these once a month for the open group, you know, so it's good to try and get some people in here and stuff like that. Because now, yeah, look at this. Just look at it. Like, why? It's the problem is everybody's trying to get instant money back from Forex, and they'll tell themselves, no, I'm not. I'm not trying to make instant money. I'm patient. I'm a patient trader. No, you're not. No, you're not. The hardest thing to do is to look in the mirror and see your own reflection and understand your own reflection. A lot of people, they'll turn their face. They don't want to see that, because the truth is, if you're selling this and you're trying to make money for this, you're just being greedy most of the time. Because look at it, it's clearly telling you easily buy this pair. Like, just buy it, just buy it. If you just bought it and walked away, you'll most likely make money in 6 months. If you had a £10,000 account, put a 0.01 and say, I'm just gonna buy this and walk away, within 6 months, I guarantee you that account most likely be profitable. Why? The data shows us that it most likely will be profitable. There's like 100% of data here showing you if you slam the 0.01 in this, you will make money. Not at one given time have I seen this gone lower and broke an extreme low. It seems to go about half the way, if that's maximum, and then goes back the other way. And why I say that is, even in Corona, remember, listen to what I'm telling you here, even in Corona season, yeah, where the whole world shut its borders, this couldn't break a crazy low. Look how low it went. It didn't even break this low in 2018. Remember, listen to what I'm telling you, the whole world shut its borders, but it didn't. So if it takes that much strength in order for this pair to not even break its borders, yeah, I'm sorry, to not even break its low, then please tell me why you'd want to sell this pair expecting for it to do any type of fantastic move, when the obvious direction of this pair is to go bullish. It's the same as US30. So again, so I go into the actual strategy here, because you can tell I'm passionate about Forex. I'm not trying to be like those, you know, those boring mentors or anything like that. Like, yeah, from here, just catch the rejection and then you see the pure liquid. No, I'm gonna talk with vim. I'm gonna talk with passion. This is money, man. It's made this money. All right, cool. So let's go into it. So we can see straight away here, there's a support level here. So I've told everyone, anytime you see a dip, just like crypto trading, yeah, buy the dip. Buy the dip. When you see the dip, find the support and buy from there and hold. But the problem is everybody needs a bigger account size. Once you've got a bigger account size from trading all of these currency pairs and other things, then I would suggest going into this. Don't try and get a prop firm account and start doing it as well, thinking that you know what you're doing. And no, because you probably still don't understand market structure and the basic fundamentals. Stop doing that. There's no rush in Forex. The market doesn't care about what you've been through, what you're going through. The market doesn't care. So we just stick into that. So you can see that there's a support level here. Once the support level come in right down here, yeah, then what you want to do is you want to get into position where you wait to see what's happening. And the support level we can tell is because there was one here. You can see there is obviously one here, but we're like, our first entry, this is what I told the VIPs. I'm like, if it goes here, you can try and go in for a buy. Yeah, see what happens. Your stop loss should be below here. Your take profit will be at the high. The reason why it's going to be at the high is because your indices just seem to keep breaking highs. So you should always put your stop loss, your take profit at the highs, because it seems to just continuously go forever. So you put your stop loss below this other level, because even though there was a rejection here, it's here. So you put that there and then you see what happens. Of course, this might have given you a break even, you might have made profit or stopped out, whatever the weather. But then you re-entered here again. And then I drew this for the students. I was like, okay, so if you re-enter here, then you put your stop loss. I wouldn't say put it all the way down here, but you can say, okay, I'm going to put about maybe 50% of this zone, see what happens. If it starts going down, I don't really want to be in this trade no more. I'm expecting for it to reject. So you don't need to be putting a crazy stop loss on this. Yeah, you're expecting for it to buy. So it did. It bought straight away, boom. So you got there, and what did it do? It smashed your TP. So let's just say you lost this trade, but you would have won the next trade. You see, this is what you do with this, and this is why I drew. You can see it here, down, up, again, you can see it down, up, down again. You would have got in here, up. This is what it's doing. So just draw your support and resistance on a daily time frame, catch the support and buy off the support. You might lose one trade, you might lose two trades, but I guarantee you by the time you've caught that trade, you're going to be able to hold that trade for like 2 months most times on these indices. Yeah, at least a month. So that's that question there. Just give me a second. Let me just add more people in here. Let's make sure everyone. All right, cool. Let's get there. I'm going to go back to your questions now. Okay. Yep, so I've done that. Explain last gold run up. Gold's last run up. So even when we do go down to gold, give me a second. Let's go back to this. So even when we do go back down to gold, yeah, this is what I don't do. You see, when gold is in between any of these zones, I don't trade it. I don't care what it's doing. I don't look for it. And I would never buy gold off of this level here myself because of this massive liquidity. I said it to every single person. I said it several times throughout the whole group. I'm like, I'm not going to touch gold. When it got here, I said, no way am I touching gold for this buy, because obviously this massive liquidity, price can just spike down at any given time. It could use a fundamental event or not. It needs to be a big player comes in the market and they're like, yep, boom, smash it. So I said, I'm not touching it. It's not safe. But too many people were trying to get in between here. I'm not saying people didn't make money, but a lot of people were trying to get in between on these levels. And I was just like, no. When it got here, we can see clearly, this is why I drew this line here, is that the market, once it did this reversal engulfing bullish candle, it created, remember, this is a daily time frame. It's daily. It created a lower high. So it created structure. So it creating structures means that price can continue to buy up. And that's why I drew this trend line here. So when price did this first one, I believe I drew this trend line, and then, yeah, you can see it. So this is why gold continued to go up. Why it broke this high, any reason it wants to. I couldn't tell you exactly why it did for the main reason, but what I would say is that I did say from before that this here was a big push down. And at some period, when you see massive pushes to the downside or the upside, as you can see here, price again, just like wicks, likes to go and cover it. That what they like to call them, especially when you see no wicks on them, if I do see it on any pair, I'll show you, they're called propulsion candles. You can go research them if you want to. A propulsion candle means that if you see a massive fat candle, price will most likely go and cover it. So if we do go down to here, this is a better one, 15-minute time frame. This is a propulsion candle, but imagine you can see this on any single time frame. So there's a high chance gold is going to go back down to at least this level around here. I was going to show you guys and girls today, but I was actually driving, so I couldn't take the screenshot and all of that. I can't lie to you, by the time I got home, I just had a massive headache, so I just had to take a rest. All of this Forex stuff can be crazy sometimes, man. It can be crazy. So you can see price here is going to most likely buy up to, it bought up to this level, and now it most likely come back and cover this. Why is it called a propulsion candle? It's an institutionalized candle. I have said this on YouTube before as well, so it's all out there, free information for the public. When this happens, this means that a big player came into the market, whether it's banks, whether it's hedge funds, whether it's just a tycoon billionaire, who knows. They've come in and they've smashed price all the way up, basically, so to stop everybody out of the market. That's what they wanted to, because people are trying to short from this level here. So everybody that tried to short from this level here had no chance in life, unless they had a huge stop loss, of being able to survive their stop loss for their pending order for sell, or they never had no chance in life of scalping. They just got finished. They just got blown. That's what it did. This took millions of people's money, and then you had to wait for the other side of it, and then there you go. So you don't know exactly when it's going to happen. It can just happen. But a lot of the time it happens at highs and lows. And this is why retail traders again fail, because they will just want to trade any high and low off the daily time frame, off other time frames. But yeah, they can do this. And when they do this, your account will go negative. I've been in, and like I said, I've been very honest with people. And this is why I've put down the signal service. It will catch you. At some given time, one of these trades will catch you, and these reversals. And the one that caught me was EuroCAD. EuroCAD just refused to reverse and then dumped for a month solid. It just dumped. When I tell you it dumped for a month solid, I have not seen that yet. I've probably only seen that once, that type of dump, and it still hasn't bought back yet. So I'm still holding this trade, but I have faith that this trade will turn around, because I've seen these type of things turn around. But the dump it did, whew, I don't wish that on my worst enemy. That dump it did was insane. So that's that question answered there, hopefully. No problem at all. Let's go to here. Yeah. If gold could make an M pattern on H4, can we just sell again? Yeah, you can definitely sell again if it makes an M pattern on the H4. I would say it seems like it's doing a double top, most likely a divergence double top the way it's behaving right now. So I would say, yeah, you definitely can resell it. I've said like you should have a position in here. I'm not saying it can't spike up no more, but you know, this is Forex. You're never going to get a perfect entry every single time. It's not, man. It's just not. I'm just telling you that. So you can either re-enter here or wait to see what Monday does and then re-enter after. It's just up to you. This is why we have risk management. If you was able to get like perfect entries every single time, then we wouldn't have risk management. Like realistically, so you're going to lose money sometimes. Like just face it. So you enter here, you put a tight stop loss. This is all I would do because it's got to an extreme. I'll put a tight stop loss. If it stops me out, I'll look to see what it does next. And then same thing, I'll enter here, put a tight stop loss. That's kind of what I'll do. So let's enter like that. And then eventually you're just going to catch the massive swing trade. This one, I gave this one out to everybody. It's all there. I caught this one, this massive buy, same thing. They did that same type of push up. I think it was here. I think it was, yeah, it was here because it was supposed to reject. They did it here. See, they went one level, two levels, got up to this level here. And then if you had your pending order here, you was fine. I gave people a perfect entry here. It was like around this level here. And look at this drop. I gave them all this drop from here, from there to there. This is what everybody got for free, whether or not they took it or not, completely up to them. But I gave that all the way to everybody for free, basically. And I took it definitely down to this level here. It was about 1,400 pips. And that's this one here. Where are we? Just to show everybody that I did catch it. Where is it? Can't seem to see it. I've got these videos here, man. No. I'll find it now in a second. Where is it? Is it this one here? I think it's this one here. Yeah, it's this one here. Okay. So this video that's right on the front page, that's why I've got it there. This video right here, it shows you straight away. That's the video there where that drop right there, I gave it out to everybody for free to take. All right, cool. So let's go into some more questions. So this below, so this will it blow account? Are you talking about selling gold? Will it blow your account? If I'm going to go into leverage after as well, I'm just asking all these questions for I'm answering all these questions first, but we're going to leverage after because people keep blowing accounts. And if anything, I want to get to one point where I've made sure I've said it to everybody out there, not just VIPs, that stop being silly with your trading accounts. So what we've got this. Okay. So yeah, like I said, it will only blow your account if you trade a ridiculous lot size. If you try and put 0.10 on like a £200 account, trying to make $2,000 off of one trade, then that's your own, beef. This is how we just say it in the UK. As your own, or in Nigeria, that's your own wala. If you want to do that, as your own wala, you get the trade, it will blow your account. That's not my problem. If you trade a 0.01, it's still even dangerous on a $200 account. I would personally only trade 0.01 on gold on a $500 account minimum, because it's gold, man. You're just going to end up going negative $30-40 easily, and then you're going to start panicking on a small account, and then you're going to start adding more orders, and then all of a sudden you lost $300, $500 on gold in one day because you're panicking. Slow down again. I'm going to always say that no matter how much problems you've been through, whatever you're going through in your life, Forex market doesn't care about all of that. It's not there to care. So you have to always remember that. How do you know what lot size to use? For gold, it's a bit more tricky. For gold, I literally, anytime I'm trying to figure out lot sizes to a point I can't understand them, just go on a demo account, yeah, and then just try it on a demo account, or to make sure it's on the same broker you're using live though, so you don't make a mess up. So use a demo account on the same broker you're using live and just test it. It's really that simple. Test what 0.01 does, test what 0.10 does, test what 1.0 does, and then you can know. So even if you want to say, okay, what does the 0.36 do? And then you can see, okay, yeah, this gives me this margin, etc. Then you can just enter on your live account. Just do that. Can Shani please stop drawing on the screen, please? Thank you. So yeah, that's the best thing to do. But with gold, I always just go in 0.01, 0.10 or 1.0s. Shani, can you stop drawing on the screen, please? I don't even know how to get rid of this now. Get rid of this. There must be a way. Oh, razor. Get rid of this. No, I'm drawing on the screen. Clear. Undo, undo. It's funny that I don't actually know how to get rid of it. Shani, if you can just go to your tool, your drawing tool, you can get rid of that line, please, because you're just drawing a line on my screen. I don't know if I can get rid of it. I've never had to do it. If you are still here, if not, you've just drawn a blue line across my screen, man. Just draw it. Anyway, we'll proceed. I'm not too sure if anyone does know how to get rid of this line on here. Please let me know. Actually clear all drawings. There we go. I've done it. Technology. Woo, winning. All right, cool. How do I know? That's how to use. What would you trade in gold on 1,000? On is this $10,000? On $10,000, I'll be trading 0. Still, I'll trade maximum 0.10, but I wouldn't enter these trades at 0.10 to start with for now. For anybody else, that's what I'm saying, because everybody feels like, you know, just because they've come in with more money, and if they're not clued up on the market and haven't been consistent, don't do it. You still just blow your account. Because even though I'm teaching you all this stuff and saying all of this, gold doesn't have to respect what I'm saying. Remember that. Doesn't matter. I can have a very good educated guess from data I've collected, but still doesn't have to respect what I'm saying. So I would still, until you, because trading is a very personal thing as well, and it's why a lot of people don't get it. Until you feel comfortable, I would still only trade at 0.01. You got to understand, if gold does drop and you catch this massive drop down to here, look, even this one I gave out from here to here, this still on a 0.01 would have made you about $140. Yeah. So let's just say you caught it on like a 0.02, 0.03. Yeah. That would have still caught you like almost $300. You get what I'm saying, on that trade, something like that. Like, you can live with that. That's not the worst thing in the world. It's money. Do you understand? You're still learning. Like, Forex is a long-term game. Once you start getting better and better and better, once you have profit of $3,000, then you can say, okay, from all those 0.01s, etc. Then you can start saying, okay, let me do a 0.4, etc. I'm not saying don't up your game, but find consistency for a year at least first before you start, you know, upping your game crazy. That's what people don't do. They'll find consistency for like 1 month and think they know Forex all of a sudden, and it'll blow their account sideways. And that's one point I'll go into after. Forex is seasonal, so I'll explain that to people at some point. So risk management and seasonal trading. If I forget, please, anybody remind me so I can go over those. Risk management, seasonal trading. All right, any other questions? If not, I'll go into those. Let's see, this can't get the sound. It's definitely, you have to, please get your questions ready. I'm just trying to answer things in the Discord. Can people still hear me, by the way? Just so I know, because someone said they can't get the sound. No, the access code should be that. That's what it gave me. Should be that. So if you can't get in, you need to log in and log. You need to log in. Let's see. Phone, laptop, PC, tablet. Okay. Any other questions? Any other questions? That's all down to account size. Okay, so here we go. But this is something I did say I would do with the students, but I might as well do this one on today. So let's just say you start with $1,000. I would honestly tell people to start Forex with $1,000. Like, you're just always going to find that repetitive cycle if you start with less money, where I'm not saying you can't grow a small account, but you got to remember, people with long-term trading experience most of the time grow small accounts. It's not people that just come into the game. And I feel like that's a big factor for people to learn. I'm not saying that you need loads of money to trade. I'm just saying that if you've got better balance, you'll basically be more easy when you're in trades and you're holding drawdown, because drawdown's real. Too many people want their trades just to go into profit straight away. Sometimes you got to hold drawdown for some time. Sometimes it just happens. Like, the market can do what it wants. It's either you cut that trade where it's not going anywhere, or if you do want to hold the drawdown, you got to hold the drawdown. But if you are going to hold drawdown, you want to make sure you're holding drawdown with a big account and small entries. So what you want to do is you want to do this. So let's just see this. Yeah. So let's do 1%. Yeah. So now you can see straight away, TP is 100 pips. Yeah. So let's change this, because 100 pips is quite a lot. So yeah, if you're starting with like $1,000, you shouldn't be trading nothing more than a 0.02. You see, the mistake people do is they'll try and trade a 0.10. There's no need for you to do that. You need to try and start your account like this. So I would say it's more based on that. You've got to figure out the pips and the stop loss you're trying to go for to make it easier for you to do some type of compound growth. That is a thing, because obviously when you're getting trades with obviously different levels of just different levels in general, that's what can cause you some type of issue. So why, and for me to break that down better, is that, okay, even if you was taking, let's say, Neo the indicator, yeah, if you want to be in a position where you can slowly start to grow your account, and I'm not saying that you can't just take the trades and wait for them to get to TP when they come up, yeah, but you need to be in a position where you look at the charts and you're like, hold on a second, you know, maybe I'm not able to look at this chart all day, I've got things to do, etc., etc. So of course, if the stop loss is bigger than what 25 pips is, you know, most times it probably would be, I can't lie to you, then you need to work out what half and half of that is. So if now, this is where you can do your own due diligence. So if, let's say, a Neo trade comes up, yeah, I'm just talking, and it could be any trade, it doesn't have to be Neo. If Neo does come up, because it's got set values, if it comes up with a 35 pip stop loss or 40 pip stop loss, and the take profit is 120 pips away, then why don't you do a 40 pip stop loss, but put your take profit at 80 pips, especially if you can't watch the charts. That's what you need to do, so you can follow this list easier for yourself in terms of compound growth. And you just keep doing that. You want to keep trying to get out with your pip range so that you can grow your account. Because if not, if you keep taking trades that are and you don't work out your own compounding, you're going to be taking trades that are bigger stop losses, higher TP ranges, etc. So you might end up losing a trade because there's no consistency in how you're trading. If you look at it that way, yeah, there's no consistency in your stop loss going towards your take profit levels. And if it goes back further, so let's say you're trading your next trade at 60 pip stop loss, but the other one was 40, of course you're going to end up losing more than you should in terms of keeping the consistency of your growth set. Hopefully that makes sense for people. This chart here, yeah, this chart's right here. I've given this chart out to every single person. Like I've said, this is all, give me 1 second, people. This is all out there on YouTube, like all of this, again, right here. I go over a whole one right here of this is, what was this right here? There we go, it's all here. It's the risk management, and if you don't see it, it's right there. You can download it, you got it yourself. I go over all these things. A big one that people skip, and this is what I find hilarious. So whoever's still in the Zoom with me right now, I'm going to just put in here again, because I feel like so much more. There's 200 people online here. Some people probably got most groups on Discord muted, but I'm telling you, 50 of them were just here. They would save themselves a lot of headache just learning more about Forex, man. And I try my best. I really do try my best for people. So one of the big ones people sleep on as well is this. They just sleep on it, I'm telling you. I'll show you. Another video is, where is it? 10 steps here, this one here. They're sleeping on it. I give out, this was like a 30-minute video, and I'm showing you 10 factors that you can consider. every single day. I've basically told you how to trade every single day. Like I've literally said, this is how you need to be trading. Like when you wake up in the morning, you have your routine, you can preset this. I've given it all out, it's there. Like, so anybody curious about what I do, this is pretty much what I do. Obviously I can kind of move around how I do it because I'm the one who knows how to do it for myself. But if you're confused, there you go, you've got 10 steps. You've got risk management, you've got 10 steps, and even here I've given you an idea. The most you've got to learn from me if you want to learn a bit more is you've got to learn market structure. Market structure and what deep inside what the charts could be doing. That's what you got to learn. If you want to do that, jump in the mentorship. Don't be shy. I'm telling you, 28 pairs of technical analysis every single week blows my mind why people are just not joining. I get it if it's, you know, tough times, you probably don't have the funds for it. But if you have $500 in your trading account, I tell people this all the time, you're doing yourself a disservice by trying to flip that $500 and not just using $50, 50 GBP, sorry. That's how much it costs for it. You're just using a massive disservice to yourself, not taking out a portion of that investment and then investing it into mentorship, because you'll learn more. It's too many people feel like once they put their money into their account, they should leave it there and they shouldn't do anything. You need to look at that money you're putting into Forex and say, how can I portion this out and start using some of it for investment here, there, and there? You learn a lot more and it will save you so much time. And most likely, a majority of people just end up losing that $500. And I'm like, but I kind of told you to just join mentorship. Like, trust me, I don't know. Some people, I think they think I'm out here trying to take their money and all of this stuff. I'm like, no, it's because obviously these things take time for me to do this, you know, and just like anybody else, I have a family. So that's how it goes. So let's go. Let's go. Come on, keep the questions going. Keep the questions going. I got that yam and stew coming soon. I need to eat to feed my belly, man, to feed my belly. So let's go. What other questions have we got? Other questions? Any other questions, people? Any other questions for you? Anything? Nothing? Yeah, it does have an ADR gold. It's like, I think it's about 2,500 a day. If you want to check the ADR in any single pair, you just want to use the indicator, type FXN. I'll put the indicator in there, but it's on my YouTube channel on many videos. I'll put the indicator in the Discord for you at the end of this. Just remind me, go in the Discord after and ask me, and then I'll put that indicator there. Anyone can use it. It's on my YouTube channel anyway, so it's there. Anyone can use that indicator. It has an ADR. It's about 2,000. It's between 2,000 and 3,000 pips. It does on average a day. The easiest way to find the difference between the M and W. Oh, what to find a difference between an M and W pattern is kind of hard. Do you account for? Okay, let me ask the M and W question. Now, the M and Ws are like finding the chicken and the egg, or what came first. This is what I use the example of what came first, the chicken or the egg. There's no perfect way to do M's and W's, because obviously the banker's not just going to create an M and a W. And what makes it, to be fair, what makes it really hard for people is they don't realize is that I've done this in this video as well, where I show this. Again, this is where scalpers create problems for themselves, and why I said you should always look at a bigger picture. Where is it? Here. It's in this video here. Oh, my beginner's guide. When I'm talking about it, this is the ultimate guide for you to understand how M's and W's are formed. Like this one right here. This is this again, people sleeping on it. This alone is where I would start. If I knew anything about Forex, I would start here and then work my way around it. Too many people, when they come into this group, yeah, are fixated on what is the best strategy, what is the win rate, when will I be consistent? And I'm like, bruh, you haven't even learned anything about market structure yet. Slow down, learn what the chart is actually doing first. And even me, it's still adds extra little things to me every single day. Like, oh, the chart's doing this. Oh, wow. I didn't know it could do that. Like, you need to worry about all of that stuff first. Strategies are strategy. You can be a very profitable trader with a 55% win rate strategy. Like, seriously, you can be a millionaire trader with 55% win rate. You don't need a 90% win rate strategy for you to be winning in the market. And I feel people are under that illusion, but it's because they're over leveraged traders. The majority of traders are over leveraged. That's why they think they need a high strategy, a high win rate strategy. So anyway, now, as I'm saying, is what the easiest way to figure out M's and W's is you need to realize that there's M's and W's being formed on every single time frame. So this was clearly a W pattern. So there's a W. Let's go here. This would be better. So here even. Yep. This was an M. Yeah, and this was the second leg of the M here on a 1 minute time frame, and here was the W. But now you got to realize, so when someone's trying to trade a 1 minute one, then someone else is trying to trade a 5 minute one, it's going to look different certain times. This is still an M, and here's still a W on a 5 minute time frame. Let's go to the 15 minute, see if it looks the same. Now it's starting to look a bit more like disorganized. Still an M, still a W. So this is where your biggest problem starts coming from, is that you've got to pick a time frame for you to work from. But personally, I would always use the higher time frame to look at it. And for me, what it looks like is that it looks like this is creating, for now, at least a 4 hour M. And I would say it's a triple top M, 1, 2, 3. And then if it sells, it's a triple top M. Once again, it's in that ultimate guide, beginner's guide course video. I explain double tops, double bottoms, triple tops, triple bottoms. I explain it over every time frame from the 1 minute to daily. I think I even go into the weekly. I'm not too sure. Can't remember now, but yeah, I explain it. It's all there. So that's your easiest way to figure it out. And what I would say is go to a higher time frame one and then go down to a lower time frame one. Don't try and trade. I'm not saying you can't. You can do whatever you like. This is your Forex journey. I'm just trying to give you advice. Stop trying to trade 1 minute M's and W's or 5 minute M's and W's because you're trying to, again, make money too fast. Like if I was to do anything on scalping, I would look for 15-minute ones because you get better structure and then trade my M or W, simple as. And if I was to look for anything else, you want to make sure you've got your, like I said in the TDI video, I explained in the TDI how you look for your M's and W's, how it crosses over. So again, this is all in the recording so people can go there. So go to this video here and I explain what the TDI is doing. You can see it there already. I explain what the TDI is doing in order for it to create an M or W for you. So yeah, there's a lot of homework I'm giving away in here for Friday. So if I was anybody, I'd be getting on my grind when it comes over this weekend. If you really want to make 2022 something worth, like crazy, I'll do that. Do you account for your ADRs in gold? Yeah, I account for my ADRs in anything I'm trading, literally. It's not only just gold. I always account for it. I know if gold has reached its max ADR for the day, there is a chance that it could possibly reverse. Doesn't mean guaranteed. ADRs don't mean guaranteed as well. Again, this is why risk management is involved, because if an ADR is reached, it can reverse before, it can stop moving before, or it can keep going as well. Like this was most likely, to be fair, I don't know if this was, let's see, 9th, 10th. Let's even see quickly. Let me just check something. Yeah, so no, this was the whole pair's ADR, but look, it blew past the ADR. If the ADR is only supposed to be 2K, this hit like 3K, you can see already. So that just shows you ADRs don't have to be respected in like absolutely, but they are something that can help you to know how much a pair's got left in it. So you can use the ADR to figure out if a pair still has possible movements left in the chart. Again, I also go through it in a video. There's another video on my YouTube. Sorry, just give me a second. No. It's around here somewhere. It's one of these ones. Wave. It isn't one of these videos. If I find it, I'll let you know. Can't remember which one it is now. This is a good video to watch for gold to learn about divergences. When I see it, I don't know if you think I call it ADR. Yeah, when I see that one, I will let anybody know. If anything, just message me. I'll try and figure it out in my spare time, so I don't just leave that one there. So I'll let you know. Yeah. Any other questions? It seems like people are dropping off now. Yeah, remember, whenever I give a level, when it comes to something like gold or anything, it doesn't have to hit that level exactly, or it could blow past that level. Trading is not based on exact levels, it's based on zones. So it could hit anywhere in between here and then continue to sell. It doesn't have to, it could go off before like it did here. They're not silly. This is why they did this, to get traders in there. You know, they keep trying to do that to get you in there. Look how they got you in Asian, and then look how they stopped you out. So it doesn't have to. So we just have to see. It's a zone in this way. So you got to put your entry in, and you got to put a stop loss, risk management. So yep. Any other questions for me, people? I see people are starting to drop off now. I know people have got to go to work, or obviously it's Friday as well. I completely understand. Any questions about Neo? Any questions about mentorship? If you don't have any other questions. No problem at all. If anybody wants to get into mentorship, just give me a direct message. I will be able to talk to you about what's what. If anybody wants to get access to Neo as well, make sure you give me a message, and then we'll talk about the steps you need to take. Yeah, quick roundup. Probably better to make it nice, short and sweet. Yeah, see, might throw another one out there. Might throw another Zoom out there anytime soon. Never know. Never ever know. I'll see you later, my friend. I take it most people are dropping off now, so I'll leave it there. It's Friday. I can throw one out there any given time. Make sure whoever is watching this, make sure you stay in that Discord. Don't be shy. No problem. Don't be shy. If you're not in that Discord with your eyes beaded, like what might he be saying today? You never know. You can miss out on some sauce, man. Telling you, telling you. So yeah. All right, then I'm gonna cut it there. Then people, it was like an hour long. Like an hour long. So yeah, if you got any other questions, then just direct message me. If that helps. And yeah, I'll see you later, people. And I'll put this recording up most likely later, just over the course of the weekend or something. If anyone that did miss it, cool. Take care.